Hello everyone, Cream the Koopling, and welcome to the final part of Sonic Adventure 2. Now last time, we completed the Dark Story and helped Eggman conquer the world. Or did we? Now, like I said before, both endings were very similar, how they ended, with Sonic destroying the Eclipse Cannon, but Eggman still getting the last Emerald. Or the Dark Story, where we stopped Sonic, but Eggman still put the last Chaos Emerald into the cannon. So, what was the aftermath of what happened? Either if we were a hero or a villain. Now the reason, well, I'm on my completed save file is because I tried to do something cool with the first cutscene and I failed miserably. But anyways, I guess I could show this off. You can do any cutscene you want, but trust me, at least for the last story, you actually know exactly what you're getting into. Hero and Dark Side story, sometimes these ones can be very misleading in what you think. I mean, trust me, some of these, try these for yourself. They can be very misleading and it really is annoying. But anyway, for at least the first two cutscenes, I'm gonna have to do it on this file, but after those two, we're gonna go back to the main file we've been doing. So don't worry. I haven't finished the main Let's Play file by mistake. It's still there, uncompleted, and we're going to complete it. So now let's start the beginning of the end.
What's going on? Why doesn't the cannon fire? What's happening here? It's my grandfather, Gerald Robotic. What's that? That vibration? Wait, somebody's coming. You haven't given up yet?
It's all over for us.
What do you
I
mean?
just received a message from my boss. The space colony Ark is currently approaching the Earth at an incredible velocity. It probably will impact Earth.
What's that on the screen? This is a death sentence for every human being on Earth. If my calculations are correct, the space colony Ark will impact the Earth in 27 minutes and 53 seconds. All of you will be destroyed, along with your beloved planet Earth. I plan to give you a taste of my revenge once all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair. Is there anything else you want to say? No. Ready!
What's going on here? Who is that?
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge.
The vibration's getting
once all
worse.
this-
Professor Gerald Robotic, one of the greatest scientific minds in the world, and my grandfather.
What? I knew you were behind all this. Stop it right now, or else...
I'd have done this a long time ago if I had the chance.
What do you mean?
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive.
Just letting Knuckles pilot the shuttle on the way over here was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What is this?
This is my grandfather's diary.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands.
The Ark was shut down under the premise that there had been an accident. I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her. Somehow, some way. I got scared as I no longer was able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all. Based on my original projections, I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I would leave everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it.
To the world!
With destruction.
Sorry, I just had to do that.
So that's why you released Shadow from the base.
Cool. This cannon is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because the Chaos Emerald is overpowered. If the colony collides with Earth, it will shatter into pieces like my grandfather predicted. That mad scientist.
That should be you, right? We have to stop the space colony now.
The space colony arc position may have shifted due to the amount of energy given off by emeralds. We have to stop the energy.
But how?
That's it. There is a way to stop the energy. We have to use your emerald. You're the one that told me that the Master Emerald has the power to stop the Chaos Emerald.
That's right. If I use this, I just might be able to stop the Chaos Emerald.
The reaction of the Chaos Emerald is moving toward the King's core. It may be too late.
There still may be some time left. If we pull together, we might be able to get to the shortcut that leads to the core.
No worries. Just leave it to me. I'm the world's fastest hedgehog.
Hey,
Let's get to work!
My name is Amy Rose. I'm cute and full of energy. Something horrible is happening. Professor Gerald activated this program a long time ago. Activating that program has caused the space colony to fall out of its orbit. Now it's on a crash course to the Earth. Looks like Eggman has tricked Shadow. She's such an evil daughter. I want to yell at her. But first, we need to stop the space colony from falling. We decided to team up and go to the colony's core to stop the power of the Chaos Emerald. We don't have much time left. Hang on, everybody. Let's do it.
So yeah, Amy gets her own recap at the very end of the game. It's surprising since she doesn't get one in the hero story, because I didn't miss any of them in the hero story. I mean, I did miss a few in the dark story, but they were only Eggman's, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, because Eggman had some really funny ones. Those were some of the funny ones with Eggman. But anyway, this is the final level, Cannon's Core, and I was about to say Final Rush, but no, it's Cannon's Core, and basically it is a the gimmick of this level, well, it's not so much of a gimmick, more like the main thing in this level. The main thing about this level is the time stoppers. Or I'm just gonna call them time stones if I really am just that generic. It stops all enemies. it stops all lasers, and basically stops almost everything in place, except for doors. Thank God you could, which is what you should have done, Sonic Heroes, with the chaos control. Okay, let's just I have gotten extremes on those guys, but I'm not. It's a little bit too risky. Ah, dang it, you. Anyways, you want to use these throughout the entire level. Not only do they also, because they also stop the timer on the clock, which can be really helpful in getting a huge time bonus, especially if you know how to traverse through everything. Sure, sometimes you may get a bad setup, it seems like, but if you know how to platform really well, then you can make some steps like this turn out to be really beneficial. And that's what I'm kind of doing. Like, this level is, even though you wish this would actually stop time in real life, you'd wish it stopped time in real life, but it doesn't. And this level takes forever. And I mean forever. Like, it takes a long time to complete. Like, even though, like, that timer says almost a minute, I'm sure you noticed that it's been much longer than a minute right now. So yeah. And also, there are also 5 sections. I just completed this one as Tails. And now we switch over to Eggman. And all the points and rings that I had, and of course the time I had, right there, basically carries over. I missed. I actually got 400 points in one of these, I think. Like when I did a failed attempt at this level. But yeah, you want to be careful in this level especially with the rings, because all your rings carry over, but one hit can screw you over immensely because, well, all those rings are gone, and there's no way to get that many rings back. That is unless you're not on the final section. I could grab that, but I'm not going to, because I could just do this and it's much faster. But the one enemy that really sucks, the artificial chaos. They are the worst. They like to have their heads like ducked down, and you see, if we stop time and their heads like that, you can just shoot them and they'll die. Not so much if time not stopped, then you will see a lot of times where they will just have their head basically they will have their head like covered, and you can't hit them for quite a while until their head pops up again. So it can be really annoying with these sections in particular. But anyway, don't touch the green. What do we call it? Acid? I don't want to call it acid because that wouldn't make much sense. And besides, the mech would probably disintegrate just by one touch, and it clearly doesn't. So who knows what it is? I got a little bit scared. At that time. But yeah, you can make very excellent work of the time stones, as I'm just gonna call them, because I can't really think of anything creative. You can make very effective use of these. And I mean, if you're fast enough and can, get to one time stone to the next, like very quickly, you can actually finish this level with having being under a minute if you're that fast. It's been done. It has been done before. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now I gotta wait for your heads to pop up. Nope, not wasting the rings. Don't want to lose the rings. But rings are a little bit more important than just getting 100 points. You suck. I hate you. Okay. And also, I would have been pretty mad that I had the chance to get a life. Let's wait a bit, because I don't want to mess around too much in this room, and I don't want to try that too much strategic platforming because, again, acid, and I don't want to lose all those rings. Okay, let's jump on here. Yeah, for this section here, you just want to be pretty patient with Eggman. Like, you just want to be patient and know exactly where you're going. Oh. Okay, good. We got it. Now shoot, 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 shoot. And we're at the end. Oh, I tried to get the rings, but yeah. That's the last of the mech gameplay. It was fun while it lasted, and I had a fun time with the mechs. Now we're with Rouge, and oh boy, it's not treasure hunting. So for anyone who hates treasure hunting, which apparently there's a lot of people, you don't have to treasure hunt. Instead, we have to press a switch like Eggman said, and open the door. This section is kind of annoying sometimes, but it's not too bad. Especially since it's not the next section coming up. The next section, oh my god, I hate it. I hated my first playthrough, and I still have a fiery passion about it. I still hate it. But anyway, what you want to do is wait for one of the blocks to get close to coming at you. Like I say, about right here. Get this guy. Oh, invisibility, sweet. I didn't know that was actually there. Stop time. Oh, wow, I apparently missed the switch. There you go. I could go in the Chow, I could get the Chow key, but nah, I don't feel like it. And now basically we have to get back. Okay, gonna thank you. And it's also pretty easy to get back. You just have to do the same trick, just get on this wall. Make sure you don't touch the acid. Hope the blocks are in the best way. Jump in the spring. Hurry out before the water starts. Otherwise, you might accidentally get sucked into the water and fall in the bottomless pit below. Or you'll have to start the section all over again because the waterfall will block you. Yeah, this section's not that bad. At least until we get to Knuckles. Because yep, you can bet where we are. We're outside. And we entered through the water. So you know what that means? But you know what that means, what we have to do, right? Well, besides hitting this. Guess what we have to do? Just guess. And also screw this enemy, screw him. We have to enter underwater. Yep. Remember in Aquatic Mine and the first level of Rouge's stage where there was underwater? They weren't mandatory to go under. Here, it's mandatory to go underwater. You can bet we're gonna have a fun time, especially since now I have to use the swimming controls. I thought the normal controls were fine, but the swimming, it feels awkward. It really does feel awkward. It's not even like Mario Sunshine, where I felt swimming was pretty easy to maneuver. Because again, Mario Sunshine and Sonic Adventure 2 both were on the GameCube, and I'm playing the GameCube version. But also, we can't touch enemies. We can't touch them because, well, we'll get hit. Okay, let's move. But yeah, do you want to know why this section's so bad? It's the amount of air you're given, because of course, you have an air meter. So you have to manage that. But what really makes it really well, just like a kick to the face, in my opinion, what makes it really, well, it just feels like so stupid. I don't know what really the word would be, just like make it feel like easier. I guess we'll just go with easier or harder. Like, this section was really hard for me when I first played it, when it got to this section. And I died a lot. But you know what? This section is really easy if you had brought the air necklace. And wow, I hit that thing. But that would be... But you know, that would have been fine if it wasn't for the fact That's an optional upgrade that you're most likely not gonna find. You probably won't find that on your first playthrough. You probably won't find the air necklace on your first playthrough. And that is why I recommend getting the air necklace on your first playthrough. Because this section is so much harder. Especially since you gotta deal with the air. You basically have to deal with the air. You have to deal with losing rings, which I just did. And I was doing really dang well, which really hurts. And yeah, a lot of times you can actually die just from trying these again and again. And sure, there are air bubbles, which give you just about enough time to make it to the next area. It's still annoying. And I will never forget my first playthrough of this stage, dying and dying and dying, just trying to get to this point. But yeah, we don't have to go back to the door. We thankfully, once we hit the door switch, we're going to the final character Sonic. And yes, this is the last of the treasure hunting gameplay as well. So, sorry, Knuckles and Rouge. Thankfully, this segment is actually a lot of fun, in my opinion. And it really makes up going through the tedium that was the first two sections of Knuckles of Knuckles. Or I was thinking like Rouge, but I'm like Rouge is not that bad, but it can be a pain. Okay, let's just destroy this guy because you're annoying. Now let's just go back, hit this, and yeah, there's only one golden bee and he's right here. So make sure you hit him. And you'd think there'd be 5, but there's only 1. But anyway, we want to come here, grab on this, and you want to go right here, and it's playing a theme. And it's playing the theme from Sonic Adventure when you go down the slide. If only I was as happy as Super Mario 64's theme. But yeah, we have a bit of a section where we can grab rings, and it's much easier than Metal Harbor when we had that. You can't really hear it, but it's actually the same song from Sonic Adventure when we're going down the water. Well, I think it was No, it was Lost World. When Sonic's portion of Lost World, you actually heard this music. How did we do? A rank.
That was cool.
All right, I'm glad. I will take an A rank for the final stage in the game. I will take that. Considering the B's, the C's, the D's, like I will take an A rank for the final section of this game. But anyway, we're about to see a certain figure again. Well, besides Amy. Because we didn't see him before.
It's Shadow. I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I.
Thank you, Amy. Now you realized that you have to help. Thank you.
Shadow, we need you. Please help us.
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
There has to be. I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said. But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes. They always have a reason to be happy. That's why you should help them out. Saving them is a good thing. Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance.
I beg of you, please, do it for me.
Maria!
For all people who live on that planet, give them a chance to be happy. Let them live to their dreams. Shadow, I know you can do it. That's the reason why you were brought into this world. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I promised her. I must keep that promise. That's what I really wished for. I've gotta go now. I have to keep my promise to Maria. And me.
And also, you notice the little shine? that was actually Shadow shedding a tear. So, yeah, Shadow actually cries. Well, cried, and it's the only time it's actually happened. Well, also the scene in Sonic X, the same similar scene. But anyways, let's get back to more important business, like saving the world, perhaps.
Inside the core like a shrine to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Remember the thing we saw on the report with Rouge? It's this thing! That's the thing Rouge saw, if you were wondering. That was on the newspaper, by the way.
Supposed to be encapsulated?
Leave this one to me.
Shadow, what are you doing? I'll take care of this while you run to get the Chaos Emeralds.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the one and only ultimate life form. Thanks to Amy, I was able to remember Maria's wish. When I finally realized it, the ultimate life prototype tried to stop me. I'll take care of this, Sonic. You go try to stop the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
Alright. Now we're going to probably one of my least favorite bosses in the Sonic series. And easily my least favorite boss of this game, the Bio Lizard. Let me be frank, let me just say this right now. This boss sucks. I hate this boss. Screw the rival fights for being maybe a little bit cheap. This boss is annoying. I'd rather have a cheap boss like the Tails and Eggman or maybe the Knuckles and Rouge fight than this. This fight just is annoying. Basically, you have to get on the grind rail and hit it and get on that's on his cheek. And once you do that, you have to attack the core on his back. What makes this annoying, the water, which basically means, well, if you get caught in it, you're gonna be pulled backwards. And if you get pulled backwards right here, basically, oh, hold up. It's also I hate this attack. It's the Shadow Ball attack, because literally, someone tell me these don't look like the Shadow Balls in the Pokemon anime. That's what they look like. But they're really annoying to dodge, since some go up, some you have to jump over, some you have to do you have to somersault under, and that can be annoying. But the section we're coming up to, right here, basically, you have to jump it. Basically, that section pretty much means death. You're gonna die. You're gonna die no matter what, as I just showed you. And also, yeah, Omochao is gonna come and give us some advice, even though we don't need advice right now, Omochao. I don't want your advice. But yeah, also another thing, I might as well add, if you try to go too fast, the tail will try and come after you, so you can't go too fast because, well, oh no, the tail will come after you, basically, instead. And if you go too fast, well, it will change. So yeah, you have to go at a certain speed. And trust me, that helps so much. Especially with, well, these sections where you can fall in. But literally, look at these. Tell me these don't look like the Shadow Balls from the Pokemon anime. Like, these look like the Shadow Balls from the Pokemon anime. That's what it looks like to me. That's why I just call it the Shadow Ball attack. Because that's what it looks like to me. I know, weird, but still. Go watch some of the episodes of the Pokemon anime, and look at the effect for Shadow Ball, and look at how the Shadow Ball looks. Then come back and look at it here. They look really identical and very similar. But anyway, if you get too close to the head will try to chomp you, basically. Oh no. I think I picked the worst position. Oh shoot. Wait. Hold on. Oh, whoops. I messed that up. Okay. Like, this will keep going on until until he starts to get tired. I recommend homing attacking the grind rail because it's actually much harder to actually just jump on the grind rail. So make sure you do that. And also, don't spin dash. Don't try and do a spin dash unless you really need to get away from him. Because sometimes I've done that. I've fallen into the water and died. And also, this boss lasts quite a while. You saw the other bosses, how they last about maybe a minute or so. Sure, the egg golem took a while, but it doesn't take as long. The egg golem didn't take nearly as long as this. Well, mainly Sonic's portion of the egg golem. Like, it did not take nearly as long. But anyway, after you've done 3 hits to him, now the second phase of how you have to attack him begins. No more of getting on the grind rails. Okay. Basically, now you have to attack the ball things. I'm not sure exactly what these things are. Sometimes they'll homing attack you, sometimes they won't. And that's another problem with this fight. The homing attack sometimes just doesn't work for some reason. With those balls, they sometimes just won't work. I don't understand why. If it gets too much, like if I die again, I'm just gonna cut it out to the point where we get close to beating him, because that's annoying. That's just really annoying. I know I think that may have been because I grabbed all the rings too quickly, but I don't know. I just like collecting all the rings first, but maybe that's not the strategy you want to do, so I don't know. I just like grabbing all the rings. Oh no, the tail's coming. It's coming. Now shadow balls. Yeah, it's actually really easy to dodge from back here. Wow, it's actually really easy. Because I think the somersault lasts a bit too long. Okay. Wow. That was actually really easy to... Okay. That was really easy to dodge. Wow. Okay, maybe I need to stand at the back. I never knew this. Maybe I should just stay back when he does Shadow Ball. And yes, Pokemon names for attacks that aren't in Pokemon have returned. Get it returned? Wow, unintentional pun. Unintentional pun. They returned. Oh my god. That was a really bad pun. And I know it was a really bad pun. But still. And I'm not used to... Okay. Let's get it. Alright, he's halfway done. Halfway done. So now I know how to dodge the Shadow Ball attack. I never knew you could actually do that, because I thought the tail would just come after you instead. I never attempted to try that, but... Okay, the Shadow Ball attack is not a problem whatsoever. Oh, shoot, I forgot. I didn't know he was gonna fire. Just get all the rings. Just get back. Oh, shoot, I didn't have enough time. Okay, just grab all the rings. Okay, now he's gonna do this again. But yeah, homing attacking these things can be really finicky at times. I really don't like homing attacking these things. I rather just prefer jumping. And oh, what? Okay, let's just grab a ring. Are you serious? Yeah, also his body is also a big weapon to watch out for. No. Get him. Thank you. Like, I should have got a hit. I was worried that wasn't gonna count. Oh no, he's gonna come. All right. I was worried that hit wasn't gonna count. I wouldn't be able to get the hit in, but I did. Yeah, homing attacking the balls can be real finicky. I don't know why, but those balls look like pimples to me. I don't know why. Gotta jump over these one last time, because this will be the last time we have to jump over these. So thank God he's gonna stop doing this. Like, the last hit is gonna change quite a bit. And look at this. It's already 3 minutes, and he's only 2/3 of the way done. We still gotta do one more section of this. Oh shoot. That was bad. Maybe I should have grabbed all the rings. Oh no. Oh god. Shadow. 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 Yes! Okay. And oh no, I don't have any rings. Shoot. I should have grabbed the rings over there. Now the rings are over there. Shoot, if I die, I have to restart this entire thing. Basically, the final hit is basically like a little bit of a maze. And the balls will come after you, but we can finish him off. Yes! Oh, I did it. And look at that, that took 4 minutes. That's the longest boss in the game, in my opinion. But yeah, he's annoying. And also, I love Shadow's quote of like, "Get out, you ugly prototype." And that was a really bad Shadow voice. But then again, my throat's not feeling so good today. But anyway, enjoy the cutscene.
The servers are the 7 chaos. Chaos is power. Power is enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos.
Only you can do this. Stop the Chaos Emerald.
Also, shut up, birds! And if you didn't hear it well, I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
Is it gone? Is that what Chaos Control is? Since we stopped the Chaos Emeralds, why is the space colony still on a crash course to Earth? Sonic?
You know what's about to happen. You already know what's about to happen now. I mean, all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are here. And the Master Emerald, just to make sure. So you know what's going on. And Knuckles, you should know what's going on because, well, it's time. All the emeralds are here with no special stages, thank God. It's time to finally finish this game once and for all.
I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. We were able to stop the power of the Chaos Emerald. The space colony is still falling. That prototype has become one with the space colony and is headed on a collision course with Earth. The space colony will be entering the Earth's atmosphere. We have to destroy it now. The ultimate power is fueled by everyone's wish. Let me show you supersonic power.
That was the final recap. So, yeah, I'm finally done with those. But anyway, now it's finally do the final boss, the final hazard. The prototype of the ultimate life. I bet they were probably saying life form. But basically, you're flying through space and you want to press A and B. A is up, B goes down, but you basically are both boosting. And what you want to do is hit the bumps on his skin, and basically will do damage to him. You have to do it 6 times, and well, Sonic and Shadow will switch between forms, so that way we'll have more rings. So Sonic will have more rings his rings back after we get a hit. But yeah, we have unfortunately a bit of a time limit to watch out for. We have to beat this guy in 5 minutes or else it's game over. And also, I might as well say, I love this music. Someone tell me that this didn't feel so epic, actually being this guy. It's not the best boss in the game, in my opinion. I think probably Sonic vs. Shadow, the second fight, or the second mech fight is probably my favorite. But this boss is still a great boss. And honestly, I think it really is a great closer to the game. And mostly why he's not my favorite is mostly because of the attacks. he has the balls that he had before when we fought him before. It's just regular Bio-Lizard. But he also has the lasers, which can be really annoying, especially since how far they push you back. And the balls hit you pretty far back as well. And if you touch the skin, you'll get pushed back pretty far. And also, I might as well mention, if you go under the boss, you'll actually switch. Like, if I try to go under here, he'll switch. Like, Shadow will switch with Sonic. So yeah, if you need to switch, do that. But overall, this boss is a great conclusion to the game. And honestly, it really make this conclusion even better. But I want to let Shadow get the final hit. I want Shadow to get the final hit. I could switch and let Sonic, but this is basically Shadow's game. Before Shadow's game. Okay, maybe I should switch out. Oh yeah, oh no, we did it. Nice. We did it, we're fine. And that was actually a new record for me. I actually usually beat him in under 3 minutes, but here, no, we actually beat him in under 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's right, Shadow. And also, it's a bit of a reference for another thing that Gerald Robotic had and found. And also, if you let the fight go on for a while, basically, like, you'll see the Bio-Lizard start to, have like a red streak, like, how like a meteor's falling in a cartoon, like it starts to gain like a red fiery streak. Yeah, it will start to happen at 3 minutes and 4 minutes, but it affects really nothing. It's just a little effect that I actually really like. But anyways, and we stopped it from falling, but
Maria, this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
there he goes. He's fallen to Earth. Presumably dead. So unfortunately, he sacrificed himself. Also, screwed this little girl again. I'm sorry to rag at this little girl, but she looks ugly. Just saying. But yeah, that's it, and we're gonna see the credits literally right now.
Where is Shadow?
Now the credits. And basically this is some monologuing about, well, what's happened. But the interesting thing, when Eggman's talking, basically, well, when Eggman talks in the next scene, like, he basically says at the end, like, that now he's going, that he's basically still gonna try and conquer the world, basically. But unfortunately, it was actually removed. There was a lot of uncut content in this game. Well, mainly cutscenes. There were quite a few lines and cutscenes that were cut out. But I might as well give my final thoughts on this game. This game is great. I mean, if you want to, like, play a good Sonic game, and if you're really looking for a good game just in general, I recommend you play this game. It's a great game. I felt the controls were spot on. I love most of the levels. I love most of the bosses. I love the music in this game. I've said that so much in the Hero Side story. And I love almost every track in this game. Besides Mad Space, because screw that stage. And I just think it has a good story overall. I know it's not the best story in the world, but I think it has a great story for what it's worth.
What's the matter, Sonic?
And some of the problems I have are mainly nitpicks. I don't like some of the level. Sometimes the level design can be a little bit annoying, especially with Mad Space again. And I might as well let you hear this. Like, I felt some of the level design could be annoying at times. And this is really not complaints. Mostly 100% the game. Getting A ranks can be really, really challenging, and you really have to be perfect. But overall, this game is fantastic. But I want to use this segment to talk about really something important right now. I said this in part 9, but I might as well say it again. After this video is done, well, after this, I'm not going to be recording for quite a while. I'm sorry. I was excited to do stuff back in January, but like there was a lot of things I had to deal with. There was a lot of things I had to do that had to come first before I came back, and I was getting depressed over the course of the months. And I was starting to get a little bit depressed like recently, so yeah. So yeah, it's been really difficult for me. So I'm deciding that I'm not gonna record any videos until I can get over all this stuff before I even decide to come back. So before I come back, I want to deal with everything that I'm dealing with right now. I will come back, and remember, there'll be I'll have other videos for you to enjoy. You can look back at this game